Thank you very much. Nice to see everybody here today. As Kat mentioned, my name is Anton. I'm with Pasig City, and we are a partner city of the Solutions Plus project. Of course, we're all familiar with this project. It's really about getting electric mobility and low carbon transport going better in different cities, bringing forward the principles of the Paris Agreement and trying to make cities quite a bit better through low carbon mobility. So I'm here basically to share with everybody what we've been doing in Pasig City under the program and some of our plans going forward. So just to give everybody some context, Pasig Transport, where I work in Pasig, is the city agency for developing and operating sustainable transport solutions. So I think in comparison to other cities around the world, Pasig City is a little more. Uh, Cities in the Philippines have a different framework when it comes to transport governance. Most public transportation is still regulated and controlled by the national government, and in cities, we focus our efforts as a city transportation department on improving new forms of mobility, such as sustainable transportation and electric mobility. Oops, there we go. So, a little more about Pasig City. We are a relatively small city in terms of land area, compared to maybe some cities around the world. We are one of 17 cities in the Greater Metro Manila urban region. In terms of population, though, I think we would count as one of the larger cities as cities in the world go, with a population of 803,000 people, give or take. So for e-mobility in the city, what we have been doing basically is trying to encourage the further adoption of electric mobility. I think in the Philippines, if you look at how it's going, we can see that there's already some uptake of private electric mobility, such as light e-bikes and e-scooters. And what we are trying to do in Pasig now is take that to the next step by encouraging business use of electric vehicles, and electric vehicles also for public transport and various government operations. So again, I mentioned we are part of a global initiative to kickstart the transition to e-mobility. Right now, we're the only city in the Philippines that's a partner of this project, and we're looking forward to many other cities taking a more positive stance towards e-mobility. So with the Solutions Plus project, I think Kat went over this quite well, so maybe I'll skip this slide for now. But in the context of Pasig, maybe to talk a little bit more about what our partnership consists of, what we're trying to do here is to show, number one, show off that e-mobility solutions can be developed locally and can be implemented and adopted locally. We want to be able to show also that locally developed and locally responsive business models and plans can become viable for growing the use and adoption of e-mobility in the private sector. And number three, we'd also like to basically improve the quality of knowledge generated and improve the level of policy output for e-mobility, and hopefully make sure that not only is there greater production of policy documents when it comes to e-mobility, that we also make sure that the policy direction taken by government at the national and subnational levels are basically more encouraging of e-mobility adoption. So for the Solutions Plus project, one of the things we're looking at is developing a new vehicle typology that could be useful for the Philippines. We're looking now at developing a e-cargo quadricycle and light electric vehicle for freight purposes. In the Philippines, we have many streets actually that are quite historic and narrower compared to streets that are built for larger long distance travel, such as highways and expressways. And what's really missing in the Philippines is a vehicle that can carry freight and get down these streets and do it in a way that's light or completely free of noise pollution and air pollution. And I think a vehicle such as this, such as e-quadricycles that are used in other locations and jurisdictions, could be good solution for these sorts of purposes. In Pasig City, where we do have quite a tight historic road network, we see this kind of vehicle being used for postal service, for various other government and public sector operations, and also for other forms of miscellaneous urban delivery. We're also looking, in addition to developing this vehicle, also developing a back-end operational infrastructure for this vehicle and other similar types of cargo vehicles, where we can basically manage a pool of these electric freight vehicles, make sure they're able to set time for charging, but also make sure that the pool of vehicles is responsive to various needs and operations, as the case may be. We're looking at basically doing fleet management of these electric vehicles through reservation apps, and a service scheduler that uses these apps to match up charged vehicles with requesters and manage the charging of the vehicles during downtime. So here we've got some more. We have some more slides about the potential structure of this app framework, and we're looking to pilot this app and operational framework, hopefully make it viable, and then scale this up and hopefully replicate this among other partners, such as other of our partner allied and sister government units that could use such a system. So right now we're looking basically at creating a fleet of about 50 or so e-cargo vehicles, making sure that we have a business plan for operating 20 charging stations, integrating them through the app-based booking system that I described, also using GPS trackers and control centers, and also integrating the partnerships between the city government, some of the other industry partners in the Solutions Plus project, and also the other partners that help us out on the knowledge and policy side, such as UNEP, eClay, Clean Air Asia, the Wuppertal Institute, and other partners. Okay, so from November 9th to November 12th, we'll have a city-specific training in Pasig City, and we're really hoping actually to get even more partners in the Philippines interested in this training, and hope to see everybody there when it happens. Okay, so I think that's it for me. Just wanted to keep this brief. If anyone wants to get more updates about Pasig Transport, please follow us on social media or send us an email, please. Thank you.